Story appears ordinary until you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Hello and thank you for joining us on CoreTV News at 7. I am Ebunlomo Adekunle. The House of Representatives resumed on Tuesday with a number of members defecting from one party to another. Speaker Aminu Tambuwal read all the letters of defection at plenary. 5 lawmakers from Ogun State, including Olumide Oshoba, moved from the All Progressives Congress to the Social Democratic Party, SDP. APC, however, gained 4 members who joined the party from the People's Democratic Party. They include Herman Hembe, Benue, Adams Jagaba, Kaduna, Isa Muhammad Adamawa, and Ibrahim El Sudi Taraba. The People's Democratic Movement, however, gained its first legislator with the defection of Aisha Ahmed Dahiru Adamawa from the PDP. Nigeria's independent online newspaper, The Cable, reports that Governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Amechi, has revived its hopes of getting the vice presidential ticket of the All Progressives Congress. He has launched a last-minute move to dislodge Bola Tinubu, former governor of Lagos, who had looked all set to fill the slot, backed by Bukola Saraki, former governor of Kwara State, as well as some APC governors opposed to the candidature of Tinubu. Amechi got the enlarged meeting of the party's leadership in Abuja on Monday night to reset the entire selection process. The opposition to Tinubu is based on the need to avoid a Muslim ticket, an argument that will also knock out Babatunde Fashola, the governor of Lagos State, who, according to The Cable, is well loved in many parts of Nigeria. Tinubu is also being opposed on the basis of his past, even though his supporters argue that there is no case against him and neither has he been convicted in any court of law. Muhammadu Buhari, the presidential candidate of the party, has ceded the choice of his running mate to Tinubu as the political leader of the Southwest, which is the second largest voting bloc in the country. In his calculations, Buhari had sought to avoid the mistakes he made in the past when he picked his running mates all by himself. Amechi, who had been the biggest financier of the Buhari bid, had been left in the lurch, but his maneuvers in Abuja on Monday night may change the course of events. Not only has he changed the direction of the discussion, other southern zones are now making a strong case for the VP slot. The Southeast, which had initially been written off as a no-go area for Buhari, is now asking to be considered, with former ANPP chairman Ogbonnaya Onu, former Anambra governor Chris Ngige, and governor of Imo State Rochas Okorocha being given a look in. The enlarged meeting has now pushed the decision back to Buhari to make by himself in what will potentially put the former head of state in a tight corner. The heat is on between the 2 major political parties in the state, the APC and PDP, to know which political party will produce the next governor of Lagos State. Oluwaseyi Adegoke went to town and had a meeting with the state publicity secretaries of both parties. I report.
With the emergence of Akinwumi Ambode and Jimmy Agbaje as the governorship candidates of both the All Progressives Congress and the People's Democratic Party for the 2015 general elections, the stage is set for some verbal jousting with the All Progressives Congress, as describing the PDP as a party that has nothing to offer the people of Lagos.
PDP has no structures in Lagos, and PDP can never win Lagos. You know why I said so? We are looking at what they did in 16 years as federal government, because they were the ones in power. They are still in power, and what APC did in Lagos, whether it is AD, Action Congress of Nigeria, and then now APC, what we have done, especially in Lagos in the past 16 years, compare and contrast.
For his part, the publicity secretary of the People's Democratic Party in Lagos, Taufik Gani, says the PDP is the only party that can change Lagos.
The APC in Lagos State has lost the confidence of the electorate, and the PDP has rather gained all that the APC has lost in the hands of the electorate. And so we have also been able to show to Lagosians that were indeed ready by the outcome of the governorship primary. We will also be sending this to APC that the time is up.
While the verbal missiles continue to fly, the quality of representation of both parties and the veracity of their claim will be tested at the elections by the people of Lagos in 2015. Oluwaseyi Adegoke, CoreTV News, Lagos.
Lagos State Governor Babatunde Fashola says electing All Progressives Congress governorship candidate Akinwumi Ambode in the governorship election is the only way to sustain the tempo of development in the state. Fashola made the appeal at the unveiling of Lagos State Development Plan between 2012 and 2025. Abiolu Oluwole was there in his report presented from our studio.
The 15 years development plan, according to the state's government, is to ensure a framework for a sustainable development. Prior to the presentation of the plan, which in the words of Governor Babatunde Fashola is strategic for the development Lagos has recorded over the years, the plan is meant to further position the state as a major economic hub in Africa. Fashola says voting Akinwumi Ambode, the APC governorship candidate in the next general election, is the only way to ensure uninterrupted development in Lagos.
I can reveal to you today, one of the things that helped me most on the first day I took this job was that the day I arrived in that office, I knew the head of service by name and by face. I knew all of the permanent secretaries who were going to work with me by name and by face. And I knew most of the directors who were going to work with me by name and by face. And I knew how this government worked because I was part of the team that made it work. This state is too important to be left in the hands of those who want to experiment with it. Keep it in very safe hands.
The World Bank representative Jaria Ofima restated the commitment of the World Body to work with the state to actualize the development plan.
They have strong interest in seeing the successful implementation of this plan. In this context, they will monitor closely the implementation of the plan to ensure that it delivers the outcome that is promised in the plan.
The event came to climax with the handing over of the development plan to Akinwumi Ambode by Fashola.
A federal high court sitting in Abuja has adjourned indefinitely the suit filed by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal, to stop attempts to declare his seat vacant as a result of his defection to the All Progressives Congress. This is because of an appeal filed by people of Kebe and Tambuwal Federal Constituency of Sokoto State who were barred from joining the suit as defendants. When the case came up for hearing on Tuesday, counsel for the parties seeking to be joined with Israel Olorundade and Moyosore Onigbanjo informed the court that they had filed a stay of proceedings at the Court of Appeal. They consequently urged the court to stop further hearing in the matter pending the determination of the appeal. Tambuwal's lawyer, Lateef Fagbemi, on his part, pushed for indefinite adjournment as part of respect of the appellate court, while noting that the High Court would be notified as soon as the matter is disposed of. In a short ruling, Justice Ahmed Mohamed said once a matter is at the Court of Appeal, the lower court has no power to adjudicate on it. He consequently adjourned indefinitely to await the outcome of the appeal. It's the CoreTV News at 7. We take a break and we'll be back with more stories. Don't go away.
I no longer worry about deodorant stains with Nivea Invisible for black and white deodorant. No white marks on black and no yellow stains on white. My black stays black and white stays white longer. And I stay 48 hours protected. New Invisible for black and white deodorant from Nivea.
Also available, Nivea Men Invisible for black and white deodorant from Nivea Men.
Thank you for being there. And for more news and other information, you can visit us on our social media platform. On Facebook, facebook.com/CoreTV News. Our Twitter handle @CoreTV News NG. And on YouTube, youtube.com/CoreTV, leave a space, then news. The federal government is to present the 2015 budget to the National Assembly on Wednesday through Finance Minister Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. President Goodluck Jonathan says in a letter to the Senate that the minister would lay the budget before the two chambers at 11 a.m. in line with Section 81 of the Constitution. The government is, however, not prepared to set a new benchmark for its spending plan in spite of the global oil slump. President Jonathan explained that having initially reviewed the oil benchmark from $78 a barrel to $65, the government is sticking with the new figure. This, according to him, is because of indications that oil price in 2015 may range between $65 and $70 a barrel. The president, however, assured the lawmakers that the country would have to make further adjustments if prices fall below the range. President Goodluck Jonathan on Tuesday insisted that the government was not caught unawares by falling oil prices. Jonathan said this at the launch of the Youth Empowerment in Agriculture program and the Fund for Agricultural Finance in Nigeria at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. He explained that the likelihood of oil slump was the reason his administration took a bold step to diversify the country's revenue base by launching the Agricultural Transformation Agenda 3 years ago.
The agricultural sector is vital for the economy of Nigeria. Of course, we were all talking about the recent decline in oil and the crude oil prices. This underscores the necessity to rapidly diversify our economy away from dependence on crude oil alone. By producing our own food, we'll save scarce foreign exchange, reduce dependence on food import, while reviving our rural areas and creating wealth for our people. The decline in the price of crude oil did not take us by surprise. Of course, 2008-2009 were experiencing. For the past 3 years, we have been engaged on a carefully designed and implemented agricultural transformation agenda. Our massive food production effort, which led to the production of 21 million metric tons of food in the past 3 years, has created a buffer and helped to mitigate the impact of the devaluation of the food prices.
At a time of falling oil prices and devaluation, the prices of food have been relatively stable. Agriculture has created the buffer to safeguard the economy in these hard times. Agriculture is now an exciting sector. Today, major local and international investors are investing in this agricultural sector.
Residents of the Federal Capital Territory woke up on Monday to see long lines of vehicles in virtually all filling stations in the capital. Some motorists told CoreTV News that they had to spend longer time on queue before getting the commodity, which less than 24 hours ago was available. In this report, Pius Samuel takes a look at the plight of the people in Abuja on the first day of the oil workers' strike.
It's the first day of the reappearance of fuel queues in the FCT. And although the scarcity has not affected transport fare, commuters are already bearing the brunt of the situation. Now, they spend longer times waiting for cabs and buses, which are waiting for their turns on queues like this. This is one of the fuel stations dispensing the product, but with a very long queue of vehicles. Some of the motorists say They have spent hours waiting, only for the station to stop selling.
We woke up this morning, we don't know what happened. I came to the office, I have to fill my car. I carry car, I came to police station, I met queue. Uncountable, we don't know what happened, what is going on for this country, we don't know. No announcement, nothing. We are here more than 4 hours waiting for the queue. Up to now, I never reached my turn.
Been here for like, I've actually been to 3 filling stations before coming here. I've been here for like 30 minutes thereabouts, but I was still waiting to see if we can be lucky to get some fuel to buy.
My concern, we wake up a daybreak, things change. Please, we should think far. This thing is not a permanent life. We are back to the owner. Everybody will give to account. Let us reason. Some people are enjoying, some people are suffering. We are queue here since 8 o'clock. Somebody came now and gave him fuel. Are we not whole human being?
The manager of the station say they had to sell the stock available with them, saying it will help in reducing the long queues.
Very unfortunately, because this morning we look at the time, the situation was very critical, and we don't have adequate supply because by yesterday we were having 49,000. This morning, what we have as a product, 14,100. So we don't know the outcome. But right away, we are trying to get the proper information from the federal government. We know how they will finalize their issue with the no paying.
But it's another season of boom for black market operators. This man says he only prays for the scarcity to linger enough for him to make more money.
We're happy in this scarcity, but when they reach even 2 weeks like that, so that we're going to make money.
This is only the first day of a warning strike called by petroleum workers, and already residents are not finding it easy. They are, however, hopeful that governments and the aggrieved oil workers will reach an understanding before the situation gets worse in the run-up to the festive season. Pius Samuel, CoreTV News, Abuja.
And unlike Abuja, the oil workers' strike has not taken any negative effect on Lagos. The General Secretary of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Adebayo Olowoshile, has, however, described the development as a necessary evil. He asks Nigerians to bear the pain of the oil workers' strike for now in order to avoid future damage on the country's economy. Omotayalo has more in this report.
Stating the oil workers' reason for embarking on the strike, Olowoshile says the federal government has done badly in maintaining the sector that generates major income for the country.
This is time for us to correct the ease before we go to 2015. So we don't want it to be that we wait until the Christmas is still close to corner, but we believe that time is now. We had our meeting October 31st, 2014, and we immediately served government on these grievance issues. Let us sit down and talk. November 10, we had meeting, no headway. November 18, we had meeting, no headway. December 9, we had meeting, no headway. Where is the commitment? And that is the problem that we have now.
And what appears a bargaining tool in the face of an electioneering year, and at a period Nigerians look forward to celebrate the upcoming festive period at ease, Olowoshile rules out any ulterior motive for the strike.
It's not about politics. It's about the fact that every Nigerians know that oil and gas industry in Nigeria can do as better as any other country's oil and gas sector. So we want our country, we are a monolithic economy. And the question is that if there is a problem within the industry, it is going to have far-reaching effect on the entire economy. And we don't want to be held responsible for that because we are a key stakeholder. We have strategic responsibility to ensure that we make this industry to do better than what it is doing now.
Motorists who spoke on the development have expressed disappointment at the timing of the strike and called on the oil workers to come to the round table with the federal government in order to avert unnecessary hardship on the people.
It's not a good idea at all because it's going to affect the whole of the festive period. People are going to suffer a lot because people are traveling, people want to have fun and all that. I don't think it's a good idea.
Not now they're supposed to be going on strike. Even if they should go on strike or if they want to negotiate for anything, it shouldn't be at this time.
If they should strike at this time, they are putting more fire into Nigeria problem.
Petrol stations in Lagos are yet to feel the impact of the strike, as at Monday when CoreTV News visited them. Omotayalo, CoreTV News, Lagos.
President Goodluck Jonathan has re-echoed his call for stronger and more effective regional, continental and global alliance to rid the West African sub-region of terrorism, piracy and violent extremism. Jonathan made the call in his welcome address at the 46th Ordinary Session of the Authority of ECOWAS Heads of State and Government in Abuja. He says the West African sub-region had recorded some achievement in democracy and economic growth, but admits that insecurity and public health challenges are still rife.
Your Excellencies, while acknowledging that most achievements may have been recorded in the area of democracy and economic growth, we must also admit that our sub-region continues to face many serious challenges. Prominent among these challenges before us today is the ravaging Ebola epidemic. The last 6 months have witnessed the negative impact of the Ebola virus disease in the region. Since its outbreak in March this year, the disease has resulted in over 7,000 deaths, apart from negatively impacting our economies.
Since over the past few years, we have all witnessed what the clarity of your shared vision, your sense of solidarity and force of your individual and collective determination have enabled us to achieve. I am convinced that these qualities, which are more real than ever today, than ever will, at the end of your discussions, enable us find the best way of applying your decisions on the fight against the Ebola virus disease in complete solidarity.
The police authorities are now to consider junior officers with university degrees for promotion to senior ranks. A circular to that effect was issued on December 15th to all commands and formations across the country. Inspector General of Police Sulaiman Abba directed that names of all 7 inspectors in rank and file with degrees and other tertiary qualifications be compiled for processing. Holders of HND, OND and NCE are also to be considered for promotion. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has declared a Chinese national, Liu Zuzi, wanted in connection with an alleged case of conspiracy, robbery and embezzlement of funds. The suspect, who until recently was deputy manager of Sanju Sani Nigeria Limited and China Railway Engineering Nigeria Limited, is alleged to have connived with 3 others to defraud the companies of millions of naira. EFCC said in a statement that Zuzi defrauded the companies by collecting money in naira and foreign exchange, which it claimed they were meant to be bribes for officials of various Nigerian agencies, state governments and banks. The Anti-Graft Agency added that a number of suspects in the scam have been quizzed, but all efforts to track the 32-year-old Zuzi have been futile. It's the CoreTV News at 7. We'll take another break and we'll be back with a story from outside Nigeria. Stay with us.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website, www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime News.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then News. CoreTV News, our 24-hour news station.
Thank you for being there. Taliban attack in an army-run school in Pakistan has resulted in the death of at least 130 people, most of them children, in one of the country's bloodiest attacks in recent years. Witnesses described how a huge blast shook the army school in the northwestern city of Peshawar, and gunmen went from classroom to classroom shooting children. Distraught parents were seen thronging the city's Lady Reading Hospital in the wake of the attack, weeping uncontrollably as children's bodies arrived and their school uniforms drenched in blood. The Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan claimed responsibility for the attack as retaliation for a major military offensive in the region, saying they had been ordered to shoot older students. The attack began around 10:30 a.m. when a group of at least 5 insurgents, reportedly in military uniforms, entered the school, ended almost 5.5 hours after. Spokesman General Asim Bajwa says the attackers had been cleared from all but one of the school's buildings and 5 of the militants had been killed.
Suddenly, an army officer came and told us, "You all have to go out from the school back door."
What a sad incident. And that's all we have for you on the news at this hour. Join us again at 9:45 for more. Thank you for being there. I am Ebu.